But I'm
Just joking.
surprised the game that you guys aren't talking about is like the big sleeper hit of last year that I still haven't
Uh-oh.
played yet.
Did we forget?
Yeah,
What did we forget?
Hi-Fi Rush.
I
I'm the
didn't.
only one
I
that
didn't. I
played
was
it.
to
I
say.
never even thought about it.
The sleeper hit that everyone talks about from last year. Everyone
That
was
too. That and
talking.
Atomic Heart. I didn't hear a lot of people talk about
Yeah,
Atomic
no one
Heart.
talked about that either. I was asked. I remember going into work uh, towards last year when that game came out, and everyone asked me, "Hey, Melvin, did you play Atomic Heart? You play Atomic Heart?" And I remember telling them no, and they all told me it was a great game.
I don't think you'd like it.
I don't know if it would be
It's
my type
first
of
person
game.
shooter.
I don't know if it'd
First
be
person
my type of
shooter.
game. Not because not because it's a first person shooter, but because it's like if
It's
I'm
not
gonna
it.
be honest, I
You can be honest with us. It's all right.
I feel like there's games that copy too much into other games. So when I seen Atomic Heart, I thought this is just
Bioshock.
this is just Bioshock. This is just Dishonored. This is just Wolfenstein.
It's a lot like Bioshock.
And
It's almost got the same story.
and
Spoiler
that's
alert.
fine
Yeah.
because those games so far haven't made a return. So it's nice to see those games for fans that want a new game, and I
Yeah, I love it.
understand that. But because I haven't played the old games, I don't have that same feeling of nostalgia as everyone else who was excited to play a game like that. So for me, I feel like if I did play Atomic Heart, maybe I wouldn't like it as much as someone who played through the Bioshock games back on the 360 when those came
Yeah.
out.
I'm telling you guys are sleeping on Bioshock.
I'm not saying Bioshock's a bad game. I remember playing it for that hour in October, and I was muted the whole time. So I
Yeah.
privated the
It's such a
stream,
good game. All three of them.
but it was just I think my biggest problem with games like that and just survival horror in general is I'm always worried about the ammo in games because I
Yeah.
know I go through the clip of guns a lot, and even when playing Dead Space, because I've still been streaming that, like
You don't
I
have to
plan to go
worry too much
back.
about Dead Space. The that Resident Evil 4 and a few other games, they have it set up where if you're low on health, it's gonna drop your health. If you're low on ammo, it's gonna drop your ammo. So you're always gonna have enough supply. And
Yeah,
the good
but
thing about games like that is they'll gonna always keep you on that. Now, if you play it on a harder difficulty, then you have to be more crucial.
you see, because I
I
remember
hear that.
I had played Metro. I think it was 2033. And that's like a big survival horror. And I remember everyone was saying it was a really good game because everyone was saying Last Light, Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus that came out later. They were all saying that was a good game. And I remember trying to start that series. And I was playing the intro to the game and I ran out of ammo. Like the
That'll happen.
introduction to the game, I ran out of ammo and I died because there was nothing else I could do. And in
That's why
situations like
most
that,
times they
I'm
give
just
you a
like,
melee option.
there
You
wasn't.
know?
I don't think at the time there was a melee option in that game. I think legit you had to kill or you had to run away. And I just ran. I didn't run away. I was trying to fight maybe when I was supposed to be running. And I just ran out of ammo. So when it went to a spot towards the end where I was supposed to kill specific enemies, I had already used that ammo. And I feel like developers should look at how some players play, look at like statistics for how players play and maybe study that more and maybe I was just playing on a harder difficulty. Maybe I needed to play on an easier difficulty. Maybe that's what it was because that kind
Maybe.
of pushed me off a lot and that was one of the reasons why I didn't get into the survival horror series during the 360 days was because I believe Metro 2033 was a 360 game and when I tried it I ran out of the ammo, and I was like, well, if almost all survival horror games are like this, I'm not gonna be good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you
I'm
guys making
sorry.
those faces? You guys are making
I'm
those
so,
faces
That's
like
just a very bad way to go about it.
No, I'm not laughing at you, Melvin. I was listening, but I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like in the middle of that, Guillermo just
I don't even know what he did, but
I
I know
wasn't
it's
sure if I
fucking
wanted
funny.
to sit like this. I was just adjusting my seat, and then I
Guillermo,
saw Blaze in the corner started
I
laughing.
was looking at Guillermo.
I was just over here like, because I'm listening. I'm listening. I was just like, how should I sit
I
down?
was listening too, but I was looking at Guillermo in the middle of that conversation, and then he looks into his camera. He's making eye contact with me. I don't know. It was really fucking weird. Like he knew I was watching him.
made you feel
You'll see it back.
uncomfortable.
You watch it
Had
back.
to
Made
do
you
it,
feel
man.
uncomfortable, man. It's
Watch
all
it
right.
back.
Sometimes
No,
A
I
little
was just
bit.
sitting here trying to figure out how I want to do adjust my seat, so I'm just constantly looking around, and then I just looked at the camera for a moment, and then I just went back.
Yeah.
it's all
It was
right.
just- it was weird.
It's all
But no, I
that
was listening about
that
you
was
with the ammo crisis in Metro.
that's
No, it's
kind of
definitely
like
understandable. Not
that was
everybody plays
like
those
all I
survival
really
mode
had to
games.
say about it. There was nothing really else I wanted to say. I know that's a bad take, and I know I shouldn't feel that way, but it was just how I felt at the time, and that's why I'm trying to get into them now, and that's why I started Dead Space, and that's why I want to get through it so that way I can play another one. That's why I decided, hey, I'm gonna play Alan Wake Remastered, and that's why Blaze went in with me and was like, hey, let's play it together, and I'm glad we played it together because
Hell yeah.
I like having breaks in between, and I like playing games together with you guys. I feel like it's more fun when I'm playing with another person than it is by myself. And I feel more pressure
No,
to
definitely.
actually finish
I'd
a
say so,
game when I'm playing it with someone else compared to with me because when I'm playing a game by myself,
Oh, dude. I would have been so pissed off if you didn't like Alan Wake.
no.
I don't think we'd be friends anymore.
No, it's not even about that. It's more so like if let's say I started Alan Wake Remastered when we did stream it. If I would have played that by myself, I guarantee you it wouldn't be beaten right now. We wouldn't have gotten through it. I wouldn't have
think so?
gotten through it by
Yeah.
myself. I had to
We
play
did
it
have
with
some long
somebody else.
streams.
I
We did
had
have
to
some
play
long
it with
streams.
somebody else.